A man in Omaha, Nebraska has reportedly amassed a collection of over 1,500 board games. The only one he hasn't mastered is the game of life.
So I definitely have a passion for board games. I feel like if I didn't have the board games and the game aspect with my friends and family, I would be lacking quite a bit. Like, it really is part of my life now. Spiel has many meanings. In German, it means game, fun, play, which basically really sums up a lot of things that we want to do and have a place that means that. There are several things that inspired me to create Spielbound. I was very frustrated that a lot of the games that I was learning about and trying to get were not available. Then I started thinking it would be nice to have something for other people to have access to. So I'm like, well, let's have a place where we can actually get, hopefully maybe one of everything or more, so people can actually come in, see them, play them, and if they like it, they can support those people who made it so they can be rewarded for their craft. Let's do a board game library cafe.
There's not that many things that you can do with friends that have that right balance of you're hanging out with them and you're spending quality time, but you don't get bored.
They bring people together in an actual personal sense.
Face to face, around a table.
I mean, even if you play online with friends, it still doesn't have, the social aspect that board games do.
You get together with people you know or maybe even don't know.
It's a great icebreaker.
There's nothing that is a true substitute for a good game with others. My favorite game currently is Agricola.
Chicken Caesar.
Game of Thrones.
Quirkle and Quirkle Cubes here. I like the games that are over in a little shorter time.
Twilight Imperium. It's a game that takes all afternoon.
To me, you know it's your favorite game if you always lose, but you still love it.
Pandemic.
It's a fantastic cooperative board game. We're all members of the CDC.
And you have to save the world. Who doesn't like saving the world?
Settlers of Catan, it's different each time, and there's different strategies you can use to win.
Ticket to Ride or Settlers of Catan. They're what we call gateway games. They're games that are a little bit less intimidating, that people can pick up on, but they get kind of a taste, and then this world opens up to them with these gateway games, and then
They see like, wow, this is what board games can do.
I became involved in Spielbound because I knew what it took to actually physically get a location open. And since I love board games, I just basically told Caleb, we can do this.
It's hard to predict what to expect in a place that doesn't exist yet.
When you walk into Spielbound, whether you want to play a game that's epic and has a whole bunch of pieces, or it's just a simple card game, it should be a place where you feel welcome and you don't feel intimidated.
Having a place where you can see all of the games on the shelves, hopefully up to the ceiling, and then having the cafe area.
Coffee and beer and wine.
Not only will you have your coffee or your little snack with you, that you're joining a couple, one or two or three, or maybe playing a solitaire game at a table to play the games. I envision it to be a place that also has board game art on the wall, demonstrations every night of here's a game where we're in a demo tonight from our volunteers. Other parts that we want to do is support the schools. We want to help the teachers who use the board games as part of their after school or during school programs. I mean, it's scientifically proven things like board games are helpful to people no matter what your age. In order to have a large place to have and house all of these board games, it's going to unfortunately require a lot of money. One of the things we're hoping to do beforehand is to raise funds.
So if people are interested in helping, they can donate, they can give financially, get the word out. Like us on Facebook, tweet your friends about it.
Lots of people are coming out of the woodwork, say, hey, this is a great idea, we want to make it happen. So whether it's in-kind services or whether it's monetary, we're hoping to make this happen, make it a reality this summer. And I think if this model works out well here, it would work out well elsewhere.
Having a place strictly made for games just makes all the sense in the world.
I just can't imagine anything better than that.
It's going to take off.
Everyone knows Life and Monopoly and Yahtzee, but there's so many games, and Spielbound will be a wonderful place to be exposed to all the games that you don't otherwise get to learn about.
I talk to people about these games all the time, and so I've never heard of that. I think this is a perfect way to bring board games to the masses out there.